empty here. I'm gonna at the Walmart in Paul's Valley. I'm gonna hook up to my trailer and get out of here. Return. What's up, James? I want to point something out here. This is something why Scotty and I both talk so much about. Don't crank the landing gear so damn far down when you're disconnecting a trailer. Check this out. Now, mind you, those of you guys who watch me, and when I do actually show stuff about this, you do know that I tend to drop my airbags before I actually drop my landing gear. So now they're done unloading me. So and now my trailer is empty. It's going to naturally sit higher. And when I'm hooking back up to my trailer, watch this. What's up, Eric? Yeah. I've not touched my landing gear yet. I did open the handle, but look how huge that gap is. I could fit my phone. I could fit the entire length of my phone underneath that sand shoe there. And I've not done anything with the gear yet. I've not cranked it even half a turn yet. So, and that takes so little effort now to get it back up all the way. So a good example of why Scotty and I both always talk about that. Don't crank the gear so damn far. You don't need to. I'll be back. Let me finish hooking up. Alright, I'm gonna fold just a little bit forward. Pretty sure the trailer will be empty, just gotta double check it though. It's supposed to be a full fat, so I was only back there in the bunk for about an hour and 15. So I'm certain that it's empty, but I gotta double check. Hell, why not? Take you guys with me. Alright. Hurts to walk right now because I got I don't know if I got plantar fasciitis or gout flare up or whatever. But alright, so they left me airbag, and then I need to put my load locks away. Get the phone up out of the way and grab my gloves. Yeah, I just gifted them back with their airbag, by the way. I don't know why they left that thing in my trailer. Shouldn't have been left there, though. Alright, I am good to go. Let me send my empty car real quick and get going. I'm gonna stop with the Flying J in Edmond. If I can get a shower, and then I'll end the feed when I get up there. When I get through parking and all that, and then when I'm ready to leave Edmond and head up to our terminal, I'll get another feed going. Empty call. Oh, yes, yes. No, did not drop. I'll say 2/8 on fuel. Her knowing I'll be at the yard around 11:30 or 12ish, somewhere in that ballpark. Don't know yet. Hey, what's up, Carl? All right. Let me plug back in, because you don't need phones dying for running out of battery power on the way. All right. You're good to go. You're going to Sapulpa, Anthony? When are you going to be there? Alright, off we go. Okay, yeah, the quarterly dinner thing is tonight. So I got to get over there, and then don't know when I'll reload. I don't know if I'll grab something out of the yard late tonight or something, or well, maybe not tonight, but I got to get some rest too. So probably in the morning. I don't know if they'll have me pick something up out of the yard or go actually go pick up something from a shipper. We shall see though. Yeah, I'll be at the yard though. Hopefully she's going up all the way to his truck. Come all the way up to the stop sign. Alright, turn. Just curious because 3490D is here. I'm kind of wondering if I know them. I didn't see them in the truck. Come on. I thought I remember seeing that one over in Colton when I was picking up. Okay, I have that one listed, but I don't know who's in it. Alright. Might be near Tulsa at Hard Rock Casino for POCI convention in July. Huh. That should be fun. Alright. Now I will have some, I'm kind of collecting the backing footage. There are times I forget to plug back in my my driver-facing one for some of the backings that I've done, and other times I have it running but I don't turn the light on so you can't see anything, and trying to get good footage for people who are interested in the backing videos. But we'll have a couple more getting added pretty soon. Like when I got to Love's yesterday, I got that footage saved, and I should have the footage from this one here when I backed in over here. So, or actually I did two backings here, so should have another backing compilation video coming pretty soon. Can't guarantee it'll be today, but it'll be soon. That will be enough footage too, because I already have, I think, 3 or so. Yeah, I want to say 3 backings already in, done and ready to compile with others. 36 degrees Fahrenheit here, by the way. It's maybe 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius. I'm going to shun eating at all today until I go to that dinner, because I don't want to have any problems with not wanting to eat when it comes time to go to that dinner. I just don't have the appetite that most people have. I think not having a thyroid probably has something to do with it. From here to the flying J in Edmond. Yeah, there are times I have problems with bloating. Where like the food stays in my stomach and doesn't go down further into the system, and then it starts building up gases and all that, and it makes it uncomfortable. I think not having a thyroid and having to take meds for that might have a role in that. I don't know for sure. My mom also had lost her thyroid to cancer, and it's on the same meds, but I don't think she has quite that same symptom. But she does have some similar problems because of that, but I don't think she has that kind of digestive problem like I have. Not much going on today with I was hardly even online for more than a couple of minutes and already got up like nine viewers. Now I'm used to seeing it a little more slow at first because maybe Scotty's online or Carl's online or whatever. Man, I understand. You guys have your loyalties, and it's, I have a longer history of watching other people, and I'm not going to complain about that at all. The fact that any of you guys are watching me is cool to me. Yeah, no, I noticed that my sub count also went up over the last day, because yesterday I think it was up at like 732. 733, something like that, and when I looked this morning before I came over to the DC, I think it was on like 736, so man, it's steadily climbing. Interesting, Anthony. I didn't think about that with nerve damage being a possible contributor, because I do have some nerve problems from I got Raynaud's phenomenon.
Alright, thanks guys. We'll see you at home.
Okay.
Alrighty, be careful.
Alright, dude, got you covered.
Yeah, we'll see you at home. Be careful.
I'm gonna get through there yapping. Okay, so like I went through chemo and radiation treatments for Hodgkin's disease back in 2002 and 2003. And treatments on that, I think, contributed to me getting what's called Raynaud's phenomenon, Reynaud. Basically, it's a type of neuropathy in a way, and I've had it pretty much ever since I finished those treatments. And then, yeah, but then I think also getting my neck tweaked at times when I do jiu-jitsu training might also cause some nerve problems. So now you're making me wonder if any nerve damage from either from the chemo treatments or from jiu-jitsu or whatever, maybe it had something to do with it. But I'm trying to remember when those kind of problems actually started to coincide with anything else. I can't really clearly remember when I started having those digestive problems, and it's not like every day I have it. It's more like every so often. I think I've always had some slow digestion problems. I mean, growing up, I had a really fast metabolism. I could eat you out of your house and still be skinny. In fact, when I was in the Air Force, I was still young airman stationed in Tucson. I would go on my lunch breaks. I would go to Subway and get 2-foot-long subs, a thing of cookies, and then a large soda, whatever, and finish it all in one sitting. And I still only weighed about 180 pounds. Yeah, I would eat like that regularly too. Nowadays, yeah, if I eat anything like that, yeah, I'll gain like 5 pounds pretty fast. I notice it, particularly when it gets cold, like when it gets down to like in the 50s or even colder, and it's more noticeable. My hand will actually turn white. Like my left hand will be pink on both sides the whole time, and then my right hand will be white. Well, my fingers will start turning white on, and even my palm on both sides, front and back. Then I'll also feel the numbness to it. Good. I mean, even if people are only lurking, if they can't or don't want to interact, it doesn't bother me at all. Hey, more the merrier. Must be something worth watching if they're on here watching me at all. I mean, so I'll see it as a compliment or something that they appreciate about me or something. I'm not sure I have any real haters who might be looking for any kind of stupid thing to snitch on me about or whatever. I'm laid back. I don't worry too much about what other people are doing. When you have nerve damage or you get lack of blood flow to the nerves, whatever, too, like where like the veins constrict to the point where you're not able to get enough blood flow to and from the nerves or wherever else. Anthony, I can't eat like I used to. Like I used to be able to eat that kind of stuff. Funny, because when I was in Italy, yeah, I've talked about Italy like yesterday. I would get a pizza. Now, pizzas in Italy are meant for one person. They don't make multiple sizes. It's just one size, and it's usually like what is it, like an 8 or 10-inch pizza, and it's thin crust. It's nothing like an American pizza would be. And normally, like a pizza is enough for one person to eat. But I would get a pizza and a calzone or whatever, and eat, and try to finish all of that in one sitting. And then my friends would make bets on whether or not I'd finish. I would usually come close, but I think the cheese would start to get a little cold by the time I get to the back end of the whatever I eat second, and it would make it really hard to eat without just feeling like just can't handle anymore. And then I'd go to the gelato place right across the street and get like 10 scoops of gelato. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what gelato is, but for those of you guys who don't, that's basically an Italian version of ice cream. The Italians are actually the ones who invented ice cream. And gelato is more of a smooth, creamy kind of texture to it than what American ice creams usually are. They're really good. And I went to a neurologist about this problem a while back, and he basically told me if only the front of my palms, whatever, or the fingers on my palms, on the palm side, whatever, if only that side turns white and the other side stays pink, then it's carpal tunnel. But he says if both sides turn white, then it's more likely to be neuropathy or something. Notice it in cold weather or something more. Actually, I can't really say that because I have, even when I'm holding the steering wheel in a warmer, like right now,
still about 5'8".
The texture, the way the wheel feels on my right hand versus on my left hand actually is a little bit different. And actually, you tend to have a little more difficulty keeping a good firm grip. Even if I have, I don't know, maybe like the oils in my hand, whatever, I can grip better just from, not just by strength of the grip, but by the way it feels. Like my hand will slide a lot more easily on my right side than it will on the left. State Route 59. Wasn't 59 one of the highways I was on yesterday when I came over here? No, it was 29, okay. Place over there in Italy that I used to love going to the most was it's a place called El Vecchio Cafe. It's in a little town called I think it's Polcenigo. It's right along the mountain there, right next to the mountain highway, as you call it. The highway there goes along the base of the mountain toward Conegliano, and which is one of the ways you're also going to get over to Venice or Venezia. And Venice in Italy is actually spelled Venezia, or pronounced Venezia. like half crescent or whatever, you know, because a calzone, I mean, I'm sure most of you guys know, but that's the case. A calzone is basically just a folded over pizza. So you just make a regular pizza and then you fold it over, and usually cut some holes in it, you know, for ventilation. You're not going to catch up that. They would make yours into a square, and then on top of that, they would put egg in it. And the egg made a really nice flavor in there. Oh, God, that thing was delicious. I'd love to go back there just to have that. And if you guys are into culinary stuff, I mean, even if try doing that sometime. Make a calzone. You know, just like make a regular pizza, but then fold it over. Just make a regular calzone, but before you fold it over, put egg inside it. You don't cook. You should. Oh man, good thing you don't talk to my wife about that. My house, I'm not allowed in the kitchen. I don't mind cooking at all. I mean, I'm not I'm far from a culinary expert. But I mean, there are some things I can do. But generally speaking, I'm not allowed to in my kitchen to do stuff like that. Now, if it's barbecue, then that's my business. That's my realm. I tell my wife, stay away from the barbecue, and it's you just get the food ready. I'll put it on the barbecue, and I'll take care of barbecuing it, and it always comes out good. But like my mom's family culture, though, her family culture is the wife is expected to take care of the whole family, like take care of her man, and. I mean, I'm not saying I'm necessarily like just taking advantage of this. Because, like I say, I like to help, and I don't have a problem with preparing meals myself. But her mom will have a conniption fit if she finds out that I'm in there preparing meals when it's quote unquote my wife's job to do it. I just don't fight it, and I don't, I'll try to sneak in and wash my own dishes and stuff when I'm done eating. But even that, I sometimes get yelled at for that. I got a good woman. I appreciate her. Don't slow down now you're in front of me. Because after you guys will do that. Passion Play, the Gospel Station Network. Exotic giant kennels. Newfoundlands, Alaska Malamutes. They're some large dogs. 100+ pound dogs. Fond of in my time there was spaghetti carbonara. spaghetti, and so she started trying to make it here, and she does actually a very fine job on it too. So that's another. If you like spaghetti and you're used to spaghetti and meat sauce or meatballs or marinara, whatever, try a spaghetti carbonara dish sometime. Be quite a tasty meal. What you guys are right now, I'll go ahead and look at when I get parked in Edmond. So just before I'll kind of randomly look at, take a quick look and see if there's something that I can address, and then the rest I'll just look at when I get shut down. You guys know how my rule is: if there's anyone around me or a curve, I don't look, and then if I have to spend more than half a second looking at it, I also don't. Got more than one on the on-ramp there. I wasn't concerned about this blue Tahoe, but it's harder to see this other car back here. I'll just make myself more hungry for the dinner than all this talk about food. I'll feel like I'm famished by the time we get over there. Oh, cell phone tower. It's a real one though. There's actually two cell phone towers here. Move it over before you get up here. What the company name was on the back there, Geran. 2.5 miles ahead. They're exit 98 now, Johnson Road, so almost 30 miles now from the DC, so about another 40 or so to go. And my fuel gauge is still just a hair over a quarter of a tank, so the way it is looking, I might actually make it all the way up to our yard before I need to get fuel, but probably get a splash of fuel over here in Edmond anyway, because it's usually cheaper anyway, and now it will cost me on my next paycheck because today is Thursday, I think, and settlement. So what happens is I already made the delivery. Any fuel I buy now, because I'm not dispatched onto another, what my fuel cost this particular week will operators. That's something to consider. Don't buy more.
I didn't necessarily mean to bash you there, Pat, but shit, I rode that lane forever, and it says do not speed lane, but I guess you couldn't get back over, you know? Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I got distracted me from what I was talking about, but okay. So, if I only need so much fuel.
I was off because I was trying to be a nice guy.
Okay, how about being a nice guy and stop talking?
Don't happen very often, does it?
No, I don't. I pulled over so that merging traffic could get on, and then I couldn't get back over.
Yep.
Alright, 100 mile marker. Okay, let's try this again now. I don't want to buy more fuel than I absolutely like. Just if I only need, like, say, 100 gallons to get to a particular place, but I buy 150 gallons, what happens is I'll have extra 50 gallons sitting in my tanks by the time I'm empty. And what does it cost me for that 50 gallons? It's usually about, it's in the national average is in a ballpark of about a little over $3 per gallon in fuel costs for that trip. So basically it costs me 150 to 155 more to deliver that load than I really needed to use for it. So what it does, it costs me, there's trade-offs, so short-term and long-term. You got to consider these and what your own needs are. 4129 Blue Kenworth. Anyway, yeah, if you have more of a shoestring type budget, you're going to be more concerned about the short-term expenses. So, in other words, like I might go ahead and pay more for short-term fuel if I know I'm going to pay a lower price per gallon for it, and not have to pay a higher price per gallon on the on the next load. So it might cost me more in the short term because of that, but I'll save more in the long term. So it's kind of like saying, a good example, if I stop in Lake Havasu City, Arizona for fuel with a pilot there versus stopping in Barstow in California, it's usually about a 40 to 50 cent difference in price between the two. So what happens there, if I buy 100 gallons of fuel at let's just say the Barstow price, then it'll cost me an extra $40 to $50 for the same amount of fuel. So let's just say maybe I have enough fuel to get to a receiver in California, but I need to stop in Barstow on the way back out. When I could have gotten that whatever fuel I bought in Barstow, I could have possibly gotten in Havasu City on the way in and paid more up front. But it would have saved me $40 or $50 long term because it would have cost me what would you say, about $200 or $300 more short term, but long term would have saved me $40 to $50. It's like that. I was going to have to spend that money regardless. It's just now over the long term I wouldn't have had to pay as much. In a longer term, if you really want to run your business like a business, you got to think long term. Don't think short term. Short term is why companies like Celadon and who else? Falcon Transport and all them. That's why they went bankrupt. Because they had too much of a short-term view on their business. They didn't think about the long-term, and some of the, all the things that were going on, and how to effectively plan for that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Exit 104
Yeah, it
coming
looked
up.
like it was.
It's like State Route 74 southbound, Goldsby and Washington. Just about at the halfway point now to the Flying J in Edmond. About the breakfast, that's actually one of the areas where I'm just as apt to make breakfast for the family as my wife is. Now she's making omelets, that's her area of expertise, but for it comes to pancakes and stuff, that's she just lets me do it because I'm better at it. Exit 106, State Route 9 west to Chickasaw, whatever. Sure, most of you guys already know. Just in case, I'm on I-35 northbound going toward Oklahoma City. I see a Love's coming up here right off this exit. William Shatner, February 4th. Just kind of weird seeing him do stuff other than Star Trek or movies or whatever else. Speed zone ahead. Museum of Natural History, OU Lloyd Noble Center. Is that lane staying where it is? I think it will.
I notice most of these people down there is about like HC. They can't read the speed limit sign. They just keep going faster.
Yep.
Alright, entering Norman.
Did you notice that last night coming through here? He outrun us that bad.
Yeah.
Alpha, State Route 9 East to Tecumseh. 108 Bravo, Lindsay Street. Can you bounce a little more? That's what sucks about bridges, they're really bouncy. Out now. The Flying J in Edmond, the current price there is $2.75 a gallon. Add in my 15-cent rebate, that makes it $2.60 a gallon. So yeah, it's a good price. The Loves, not the Loves, but the Pilot that's just south of Paul's Valley by about 30 or so miles, that was also $2.75. The ones actually in Oklahoma City are along I-40 are $2.79 at the moment, I believe I saw. This particular stream, I'm just going to go to the Flying J in Edmond first. I'm gonna take a shower there. So my plan is I'll stream until I get there, and then when I'm ready to get out of the truck and go shower, I'll end the stream, and then when I'm done showering and I'm ready to start driving to our terminal, I'll get a new feed going. You gonna camp out there by me, or are you gonna pass me? There you go. Kids. The road come up next. I'm actually using drive time right now because I'm not worried about my 70-hour clock. I won't have any because my next load will probably be going back to California for my scheduled time off. Then for all I know, I might get deadhead miles up there anyway. Yeah, it's a little bit pricey there, Lisa, because that puts you at a little over $5 for 4 liters, and 4 liters is a little more than a gallon. A liter is a little bit bigger than a quart. Not by a lot, but it is. I don't remember the exact difference between the two, but it's not a heck of a lot. Like let's see, a quart is 32 ounces. I want to say a liter is like 36 or 37 ounces or something along that line. Maybe it's 33 point something, I forget. Another cell phone tower. Yeah, you won't really find fake cell towers anywhere but in California, though. Unfortunately, we can't really play that game anywhere but in Cali. Dora is my wife.
Must be warming up pretty good.
If you haven't seen what I'm going to be wearing, my wife actually posted it on her Facebook the other day and tagged me in it. So if you follow me on Facebook or friends with me on Facebook, either way, it doesn't matter. If you go on my wall there, you'll see a post where I'm in my what I'll be wearing tonight. Something's posted about a comparison, actual comparison between liter and quart, but I'm gonna wait till traffic around me to clear before I'm gonna look. Okay, so a liter is 33.8 ounces in versus 32 for a quart. So 4 liters would be, what's that, 3.6, 7.2 liter, 7.2 ounces more than a gallon, which is basically a gallon and almost a cup. Exit 116 coming up, South 19th Street. Must be some kind of Mexican restaurant. Jimmy's Egg. Breakfast and lunch. Alfredo's Mexican Cafe. A few places here that I've never heard of. Oh, back up to 65. Buffet. Ollie's Flatiron. That's like there's a whole bunch of places I'm not familiar with here. Camping out near the front enemy is always a thing to be cautious of for people who might cut me off or something. Northbound 35, right 3 lanes. Restaurant names we get here. Moore, Oklahoma, home of Toby Keith. Yeah, I've actually been to his restaurant here in Oklahoma City, over in the Bricktown area. Not bad. I know he's closed down some of his restaurants, though. Like they used to have one over in Rancho Cucamonga, over in my area. But they closed it down. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just maybe it just doesn't have a good business plan, a model, or if it's too much of a Western theme, and we don't have enough people in Southern Cal to support a kind of a Western type of market. I don't know, but. I know a lot of women in California actually do like country music, so I know there is at least some market for country western kind of stuff. I obviously don't like country music, but I can deal with the noise for some good food. Good food, good service if that's what they offer. I don't remember too much about it though, to be honest with you. Well, that Breakdown area of Oklahoma City is nice. Yeah, get over here so this cement truck can get over. them yet.
Good, John. You have a good Christmas, bud. Okay.
Seats. You guys now you're accelerating because I see the smoke coming out of your truck.
So we Bojangles are bound at the south, stepping off.
Well, maybe not.
Well, I've got a ticket for Christmas. It's a Scotch at 9:55, Roger.
But it don't fit in this fucking truck.
Yeah, I got an old shoe, college stuff there in my car home, and then I got a gotcha for the forehead for bicycle.
It did. Yeah, but they wouldn't let me put holes, so I had to put it under the sun visor, right? So.
Like 4.
Well, yeah, they don't have them holes up there for the little sun visor. If you got a small sun visor in the middle out, there'll be some holes up there to take the screws out.
Yeah, but they wouldn't let me drill holes in their 2020 Peterbilt.
Oh, there ain't no screws already up there?
Yeah, there is, but they're too far for a bracket. I done checked.
Still I got put on tires.
Well, the way these things are built, man, it'd be kind of hard. You'd have to see the truck to know what I'm talking about. It'd be too far to reach over, and it'd be in the damn sun all damn day.
Did you make up your mind what speed you're gonna run? Why the hell you keep camping out next to me, driver? This guy next to me, like, 1 minute he slows down, next minute he speeds up and is right next to me. Like, why do you keep doing that? Get the hell out of the way so I can get out of this lane. And now he's finally getting off the freeway. Alright, 35 and 40 east, Wichita and Fort Smith, right lane. I'm gonna turn the display off because there's just. This isn't the place to be even looking at that thing for now. That'll help keep the phone a little cooler too. That way, when I am in a position where it's safer to look at it, which probably won't be until I get to the Flying J. Now I'll just go back through the list when I get there. Pizza, $6.99. those areas again where two interstates run concurrent with each other, I-35 and I-40. Notice how the exit number follows I-35's numbering and not I-40's. So whenever you have a east-west and a north-south highway or interstate running together concurrently, the north-south interstate's the one whose numbers always take precedence over the east-west.
Oh, he's doing a flip. Full bro just did a flip going back west.
See somebody rolled over or flipped or something on the westbound side. Is that what I understood? Or what I heard, I should say. Right before we get to I-44 is where the flying J will be. In less than half, traffic stopped ahead in less than 1.5 miles. The 130 mile marker. Probably for that never-ending construction going on over there, I assume. Yep, definitely slowing down over there. I'm gonna move over just. No, maybe I won't. That's turning into an exit-only lane for US 62. Oh, another cell phone tower. Yeah, that's pretty smart. No, I actually thought about doing the same thing though, taking the frontage road up. I'm not in any hurry. When you're saying it's stopped, it's like it's not even moving. And they've had a lot of construction going on in this area, so I'm assuming it's construction related. saw that, and that guy just delivered to Walmart too, if it's the same driver. Because I remember when I got to the DC, they didn't give me a dock door right away, and I had to back into a spot, the drop spot, and I waited for a Kasoma driver to pull out of a drop spot and go into a dock door before I could get into and I backed into his spot. Not like that's a big company. I don't know how many drivers they have, or trucks they have, but wouldn't surprise me if that's the same one that I saw in Paul's Valley. Look at all these impatient drivers cutting across to the frontage road. Polar Express train ride. Book now. OKC, thepolaexpressride.com. They always have the same thing going on over in Williams, Arizona. That Grand Canyon Railroad Museum thing, or whatever that place is called. Look, I need to do some lubing on my accelerator pedal. Every time I let off my accelerator, you can hear that kind of a weird sound. That's what it is. Every time I let off my throttle so I can shift gears is when you're hearing that. Or I assume you can hear it. Traffic slows to 5 miles an hour ahead and 0 mile, what? 0 mile or less. Oh yeah, we figured that out. I think it's going to take as long just to get from I-35 and I-40 interchange to Flying J as it did to get from Paul's Valley up to I-40. Lieutenant Diggs Atkins, Secretary of State, Memorial Highway. Oh, is this guy trying to come over? Or is that just their idiot lane? Yeah, you're coming over. Ooh, we're moving 8 miles an hour. Still slow all the way up to through the curve. Work ahead. Which means somebody's lane is ending. Ahead 1 mile. Oh, come on. I'm right at the 131 where the sign's posted, so, or on the ballpark of it. So we're on the 132. Left lane is closed. Northbound side of left lane is the one that's closed. Of course, nobody has a radio. Surprised more of these four-wheelers aren't using the side streets. Consider doing it myself, but as long as I'm streaming live, I'm not in a good position to be looking at my map to confirm that I can go that way without finding any unwanted surprises up there. Yeah, I'm going to stay where I'm at. This Toyota Tacoma once over. The Challenger right in front of him looked like he was kind of gesturing like he was going to come over in a second. Why is this so difficult? See everybody trying to bypass instead of trying to just get over to the right side as soon as you know that the left lane is closed. This is what contributes to this problem. Nobody who is moving over can get up there because everybody further up bogs it down. Following everybody too closely is a contributor to that problem. Nobody can maneuver because there's no room to work with. Less than 2 miles away from the exit because I want Northeast 63rd Street. Move over while you have a chance. Don't contribute to the problem. You know what, I might, because I look like I can reach, should be able to reach, our yard with what fuel I have. So I think I can, so I might just park it when I get to Flying J and I'll just park at Flying J and then shower and then I don't know. Tough decision to make because it costs, it'll cost me more in the short term if I buy now. Then again, I don't know. Now you guys decide to come over since you see the cops sitting there. Because you ignored the sign back there saying state law, move over now. So it looks like I could have used that furniture to go all the way up. Good to know now. Just don't want to find out the hard way that there's not a way through. This Shenyang is getting advertised all over the place. So I've seen 2 billboards here in town for. I assume she's some kind of a dancer based on the way the way she looks in the billboard. And I've seen billboards for her in other states as well, like even in California, I see them. This doesn't look like my exit, is it? Oh, that's pretty nice. I don't think this is the right exit. So I'm not really seeing the Loves or Flying J over there on the other side of the freeway. Okay, so yeah, it's just westbound 44. And then, yeah, just before 35 and 44 East split off is where I want to. Okay, truck wash 1 mile away, Wilshire Boulevard. Blue beacons are usually always by truck stops. Okay, who's Gary Allen? I don't know who that is. Like it's not this street, this exit I want, it's the next one. Brenton Road. Perhaps it's coming up. I know it's right before the I-44 East split. Very last exit before it. Got a line of trucks over there at Blue Beacon. Even with 2 bays. That's why I don't like to go there. I'll just get my trailer washed out in our yard because we have a truck wash there in our yard I can use. And I can get my tractor washed while I'm there too. Alright, Flying J, exit 137. That's 2 more miles. People at the 70 zone. Just don't know if it does me any good to try to pass anybody because my exit's coming up. Yeah, you know, I think I'll go ahead and get the fuel here. At least just 50 gallons, so at least have some fuel at a cheaper price. What this guy's speed's gonna do. Like 1 minute he looks like he speeds up, so it makes me reluctant to want to pass him. Then the next minute it looks like he's not gonna go fast enough, and it makes me want to go run him. amusement park is. Six Flags. This guy speeds down to 62 again, and the next thing you know, he gets up to like 66. That drives me nuts. I can't. It was one of those cases I just can't do anything about it because my exit was coming up. This is great. I can't see. Alright, looks like we're clear over there, but I gotta see what this car behind the truck over here is doing. Yep, he's coming this way. I can't tell what it looks like on the screen, but it looks on my just from the position of the phone, looks like it might be. Yeah, let's turn there. Let's try to challenge that 12'6" bridge. So you got some straight trucks over here. That's always a good person to be behind. What's this? That guy looks like he's getting ready to get his fuel. The other guy's just parked in the lane. I can't tell if he's already gotten his fuel or if he's inside paying for it. So I'll wait on this guy. He's probably got smaller tanks than all the truckers do. Here. Alright, get my fuel transaction set up. Uh oh, you guys saw another purple truck, huh? Alright, minimize that, go to my pilot app. Go ahead and get reefer fuel also. Let's see, don't need DEF. have here? See what all I missed. There's been a lot of chat going on here. Wow. Quite a bit. JB Hunt next door move. Oh. It's just can't tell this. Yeah, he was in a sleeper area, it looks like, but he's in a better position to get to that lane than I am. So right now we go on a trip, thankfully it gets 2 hours over. Let's see. Damn it. Chat keeps jumping. We're going now after truck stop. Patty is let's see, headed over to Ochalata. Hey Eric, if you're still on here, I just saw Patty going toward California. I assume that means she's done delivering and is picking up a Colton load today going to Ochalata. In the morning. Let's see, makes motor sound strong and quiet. Yep. Yeah, this truck runs really well overall. 33 here in the Amargosa Valley. I don't know where Amargosa Valley is. It sounds familiar, but I don't know where it's at. I usually don't eat until after I get done driving. That guy didn't even go into the fuel island. He just... So what I'm going to do is point my tandems back in that direction. That way I have an easier time getting my tandems into that lane there. Oh, even better. This guy's pulling away, so... Gives me more room to maneuver. Alright. I switch back over and get my fuel. realized I forgot to put myself on duty. Make a little spot there so I know where to put it. So when I amend my logs. Alright, I'll go park. Okay, word of advice for those of you guys who are in truck stops. You don't need to be walking right in front of the hood of a truck that's in the fuel island. For one, if the driver's in there inside the truck, if you're right in front of the hood, there's less chance they'll be able to see you. Be way out front where it's clear where you're at. Two, like this guy walking across my path when I was trying to get back over to the driver's side of the truck, he was in my way. I couldn't get to the, and I'm trying to limit how much fuel I buy. Okay, I think I'll park next to in between these two prime trucks. So I'm gonna go about halfway between this prime guy and then I'll do a U-turn. Watching my tandems there. I'll wait on him though. Better yet, you know what? We'll go to the other spot on the other side of him. I don't want him to be in a hurry for a needless reason. He's trying to set. That's nice. I'll take the spot on the other side of him so he can do what he's got to do without me interfering with him. Or him interfering with me either. Alright, let's see what. I'm trying to finish this all up. I gotta edit my log first to put the on duty for fuel in there. I had like 4 minutes. No, I need a little bit more than that. I don't want to get yelled at for not having at least 5 minutes of on duty time for fuel. So do maybe a minute. Yeah, that sounds good. Damn it! I forgot to get reefer fuel. Why did I do that? Oh well. I know why, because all I care about right now is parking and getting my shower. Alright, now we're good. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of text here I gotta get through. Let's see, where did I leave off? Damn. It'll scroll up pretty good distance too. Okay, now I think and every time someone says something, it pushes my text back down. Who the heck is Tom Stayer? Where'd that come from? I'm not sure who that would be, Carl. I don't know if you're on here still, but yeah, that name doesn't ring a bell. Let's see, what else? Motors, okay. Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff I'm like missing in little spots. So, Anthony Griffo, nerve damage affecting my ability to digest and process. Yeah, that's what I was commenting on earlier. I kind of glanced and saw that earlier, and kind of, like you said, you got me interested, curious about that now. Everybody's just getting up. Let's see, nice growth. Yeah, food has not caught fire. Well, that's a good thing. Means you're paying enough attention to it, Lisa. Now, some food like hot dogs, I don't mind them. I actually don't mind eating burnt hot dogs or overcooked seeming kind of hot dogs. I don't know why. I like the way they taste. But most other food, if you overdo it, Trying to look at, see what else I didn't actually notice earlier. It's still further up. I do that. Most of my fingers turn pure white. I have bad circulation though. Okay. Yeah, no. I think that's now, Lisa. What you kind of described there, I think is part of why I have the problem I have, because when you go through chemotherapy, what they do is they or at least on my treatments, they inject or they put an IV line in your vein, and then they inject these medicines into your body through your arteries or your veins, whatever. So, but these things are really poisonous. They go after anything that rapidly reproduces. So that's why a lot of people go through chemotherapy. They lose their hair all over their body, red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. Anything that rapidly reproduces, the chemo drugs actually go after, generally speaking, and in addition to the cancer itself. So, but what happens now when you go through that, your body tends to react to it, and a very common thing that happens with chemo patients is the veins tend to, what you call sclerose up, or it gets to get like scar tissue, and they shrink and harden and all that. So that could be a factor in why I have problems with my right hand. Don't really have problems with my left, so I'm not sure it's the chemo drugs. I think it could just be nerve issues from jiu-jitsu or whatever. I'm not really sure, but because it's only my right hand, not both. I don't know. There's a lot of weird things that can happen though. Just maybe my right hand just reacted more to the drugs than the left hand did. Okay, what else? Blood flow good, nerve endings are destroyed. Pizza different than here, yes. It is delicious though, than W Espresso. Why does today feel like a Monday? Eric, you're a truck driver, that's why. Every day's a Monday for us. We don't, unless we have like a planned day off, then it's like, oh, now it's Friday. I tend to lose track of what the day of the week is a lot. In fact, I'm pretty sure today's Thursday, but I'm not 100% positive on it. I'm pretty sure it is though. I don't feel temp changes with my legs, feet, or hands. Interesting. Yeah, that's the other way for me. I'll notice temp changes with my especially with my right hand very quickly. So even if I'm not really cold, I'll put I'll put my hands in my hoodie pockets, whatever, just to try to keep my hands warm, because otherwise they'll numb up and get cold really fast. And that's normal though. When the weather gets cold, your body, as part of its trying to preserve its core temp, it'll it'll take the heat. It'll take the blood flow and heat away from your extremities. Usually your hands, fingers, whatever, and feet and toes, and then also your head to try to keep your core warm. Okay, so yeah, we were talking about Italy earlier. Venice or Venezia it is up in northern Italy. Kind of over on the eastern end of Italy, you have the Adriatic Sea. That's what separates Italy from like the whole former Yugoslavian bloc, whatever you want to call it. I need to turn this off. Anyway. Aviano Air Base is where I was at, and that's about 40 miles or so north of there, right alongside the mountain, kind of going up toward Austria, well, at least in that general direction, but it's not that far away from Pordenone, Canigliano are a couple of towns that are within about 15-30 minute drive, whatever. Anyway, I might want to look on a map. It's over on Venice is more over on the east end of I guess you can call it the upper part of Italy. And then Aviano will go more like straight up from there. Panzerotti here is folded over pizza. Calzone, they have ricotta, ham, mozzarella sauce folded over. That sounds good, Anthony. Yeah, you gotta make me hungry like that some more, right? Because I did it to you, so now you gotta do it to me. Mother F Trucker, my calzone is more pastry crust than pizza crust. The egg sounds intriguing. Pastry, that's your pastry crust calzone sounds kind of interesting too. I wouldn't have a problem with trying that out. Spaghetti pie with scrambled egg is nice. What is spaghetti pie? I don't know what that is, but yeah, but egg mixed with a lot of food actually makes a good flavor to it. So I mean, it sounds like something I'd possibly want to try. I just don't know what a spaghetti pie is, though. Leftover pasta my mother used to make, oh my God, was good. My mom was the same way. Homemade pasta is a chore of love. Yeah, especially if you make your own noodles like from scratch and all that, and don't buy the store-bought stuff. I find it frustrating cooking, Lisa. Yeah, sometimes I'm the same way. It just depends, because if I'm just kind of in the mood to do it, that's fine, but a lot of times I also have other things I want to be doing and don't want to be bothered to worry about that kind of thing. Used to help my mom make all kinds of homemade pasta. I did it for a living for 35 years. Must have liked it a little. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm a sucker for both Italian and Mexican food. Those are my two favorites. But I also do, I love Thai food. I like Chinese food, Japanese food, more like the sushi specifically. I know Japanese food, there's a lot of the stuff that's not quite so sure about, but yeah, generally speaking, I like a lot of different types of food, which a lot more than I could say for when I was growing up. I can make beans on toast. Oh, what about peanut butter? Butter and peanut butter on toast. That's one I like to eat for breakfast sometimes. Yum. Peas. Ugh. Yeah, not for me, Mother F. You can have all the peas you want. You can keep all. You can have mine too. Okay, Anthony Griffo. Yes, me too. That I am single. Someone typed and pushed it down. I don't know what to cook to being diabetic. Lisa, I didn't realize you were diabetic. So I guess that makes two diabetics here out of that group. So, because I'm brain farting now. Someone else also has diabetes. We were just talking about it yesterday too. It's Corey, right? Yeah, Corey's the one going through the dialysis, and I think he was the one who also said he has diabetes. "23 years now. My dad died." Oh. Yeah, my parents are still around. I don't know what. I can't imagine what that's going to be like when that day does come. I have to bury or cremate my parents. Let's see, only one parent, been 5 years now. Super bags, roof, cell phone towers. Okay, I meant house. Probably charcoal for water treatment plant. Keep smiling, think positive, remember the good times. Yep, that's true. My stepkids actually just lost their great aunts. But yeah, they actually, I think the funeral is today, in fact. But they, yeah, and my stepdaughter, or I call her my daughter. Yeah, our eldest. She had the most struggle with it. Yeah, because she has those fond memories that she's missing her, and she was really close to both her the great aunt, as well as her great grandma, which is the great aunt's sister. Really close to both of them, so she's struggling with that. And that was one of the things I told her. Just, hey, death is an inevitability for everybody. Yeah, it's kind of sad you won't see them again, but just you'll spend the rest of your life. Those guys, whatever fond memories of them you'll have for the rest of your life, regardless of whether they're there or not. Yeah, it's good to appreciate that they meant something to you, though. Don't necessarily have to be sad, but everybody handles things their own way too. I don't know. And for me, it's when someone's in their 70s and 80s, I have an easier time handling the loss of someone in that age group than right before I got in the Air Force. I had an ex-girlfriend who actually got killed in a car accident right in between her junior and senior year in high school. And that one, I don't know why that one bothered me. I had a hard time with it, even though we had only dated for a short time, and for what was it, like a year or two before that. But we were friends, and I knew her from church, youth group. And yeah, she died right around the corner from her house. She pulled out onto a street, basically it was a three-way intersection like that. She was coming this way and making a left turn. And when she went to make the left turn, someone else who I also knew was coming up that road, and they had the right-of-way. They were doing 40 miles an hour, and they plowed right into her. Yeah, because she didn't really make a good stop, and she assumed that it was safe. And there was a tree right there at the corner of the intersection, or right by the corner of the lot, whatever, that kind of disrupted the ability of traffic coming from that dead-end street to see clearly what's coming from the left side. So that was a contributor. And I think I struggled with that one for a good couple of years before I finally started moving on, and I just moved on with life, whatever I guess I could say, and just one of those. I'll think of her every so often and just appreciate what a good person she was. But it was hard, just because I think mainly because she was young, and because I knew what kind of a good person she was, and I had a lot of respect for her. Beautiful day here, just cold from ocean. Oh, yeah, I get cold air a lot in my area. It's 60 degrees here. It's actually not bad, or at least maybe it's warmer right now because I'm in between these trucks. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to what it was before I got in the fuel lane. Taco Bell is good, better than McDonald's. Eek. Yeah, I don't do Taco Bell, but Barstow Del Taco, it's blows Taco Bell away. But then if there's any other Del Taco, I'm not gonna lie, I think because the other Del Tacos are so bad, I think I'd rather have Taco Bell, and I'm not a huge Taco Bell fan. In fact, especially with my wife spoiling me on her authentic Mexican food, I like going to places with like real good Mexican food. But McDonald's, I don't like their breakfast. And it's funny because I'll go to certain restaurants for specific things. Like if I go to McDonald's, pretty safe bet I'm going there to get a quarter pounder with cheese. If I go to Wendy's, for example, I might get either a Son of Baconator or I might get a spicy chicken sandwich, just depending on what mood I'm in. Or Burger King, the Loves there that I was just at there in Pauls Valley, they have Burger King. Once in a blue moon, I'll get a Whopper with cheese. Usually I get that classic chicken sandwich. Just, because like I say, I don't eat the most anyway, and I try to be at least, I don't know, sometimes it's just, I get attached to a certain taste or whatever, and then I just stick with it. Just follow fuel tankers, you can get it for free. You need fuel regardless, buy at lowest price. Yeah, and that's why I ended up doing it here. It's going to cost me not quite $150 for buying on my next paycheck, but in return I'll probably get like $170 more on the following paycheck because I got fuel here that I don't need for this but can use on the next week and not have to buy as much on the next shift, on the next load. I mean, so siphon it off them. Yeah, that's messed up. I've actually had my fuel siphoned in McPherson, Kansas while I was doing a 34-hour reset. I think they got about 30 gallons if I had to guess. Because I remember I barely made it to the truck stop about 17 miles away. Because I didn't realize I was that low. I had almost a quarter of a tank of fuel when I got there, so I figured I was okay. But then 17 miles and I ended up getting 180 gallons of fuel, which told me I was really, really low. Okay, let's see. Oklahoma City's cheapest gas prices in the USA. I don't know. There's some pretty cheap ones in Missouri too. Maybe you're right, James, but I don't know for sure. Love's headquarters, Oklahoma City. That is true. You'll see all kinds of Love's trucks. They're not all truck stops either. A lot of them are car only because that's what the original Love's were. They were just regular gas stations, and then trucks were an afterthought. After they'd already expanded so much, then they started adding in truck fuel lanes. And then once they started doing that, then they started making bigger lots where they can actually accommodate trucks to park as well. It's like there's a Love's in Albuquerque, right, just west of I-25. They don't have any truck parking at all, but trucks can go there to get fuel. I'm going to have to fly through these because I need to get in there and get my shower and get rolling. So let's see, seen a lot of damages when I went to Texas, and that was where tornadoes hit that area. Let's see. You're gonna get all dolled up and start new stream. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait till I'm in Sapulpa, and then just before I'm ready to leave Sapulpa, leave our yard, I'll get dressed up. I don't want to drive like that though. Don't want to drive my truck like that. Let's see. What else? Grilled breakfast burrito, they're pretty good. Taco Bell, they have nice cheese, better than McDonald's. Oh my God, James, we gotta get you away from that Taco Bell into some real Mexican food. Come to California. I gotta get you off that Taco Bell crap. That's horrible. Okay, now that shirt, Lisa, you're talking about my purple shirt from the suit that I'm gonna be wearing. My wife thinks that it's like a burgundy or something, but I'm like, no, it looks more like a purplish color to me. It's kind of, I can see some hints of burgundy in it, I guess, but to me, the more dominant color is purple. What else? Well, by New York Pizza. I bet you are, Tara. I always heard about New York Pizza, but I don't think I've really had any of it yet. And I hear about Chicago Pizza too. Edmond, due to a crash on southbound 35 at Covell Road, mile marker 143, traffic remains slowed. Find alternate route. Okay, that's a little bit north of me. I definitely won't have any concerns with that one then. And I'm the very next exit is I-44. Let's see. Three-car crash happened. Cars are mangled. Did you guys see the one in Pennsylvania? Big huge pileup. What was it? About I don't know. We're on the 200-ish mile marker in that neighborhood, whatever, on I-80. It was bad. A whole bunch of vehicles involved. I know at least one trucker died, and someone else in there died too. I don't know who it was, but I'm sure that I'm pretty certain the guy in the yellow tractor trailer probably didn't survive it. Looked bad. Anthony, have to take care of friend's puppy today, and tomorrow is getting instructions. Mish was complaining about the chat jumping on his app too. Huh. Yeah, and I gotta maybe mess with my my chat box settings, see if I can get something that'll work a little bit better. Get a screwdriver, adjust the chat. Oh, that would be the choke on a car. What year truck? Okay, my truck is a 2016 Peterbilt 579. Let's see. Oh, Corey's here. How's it going, Corey? Spaghetti mixed with sauce, heated in frying pan, scrambled eggs, cooked with pasta in a cast iron pan. That's great. That does sound pretty good there, Anthony. Lisa does not like peanut butter. Yeah, you're killing me, Lisa. I love me some peanut butter. Growing up, I'm sure everybody has their weird foods. One of the weird foods that I was taught by my mom, which was taught to her by her dad, was basically a snack called peanut butter and brown sugar. That's exactly what it is. You just get some scoops of peanut butter in a bowl, and then sprinkle brown sugar all over the peanut butter, and then just eat it like that. Oh. It's super rich. It's good, but yeah, it's definitely one of those. What the hell? Who the hell would make? How the hell does someone come up with that? Let's see. Yolanda was married for 32 years. Husband died 10 years ago. Sorry to hear that, Yolanda. Did not know that. Alright, looks like I'm finally down at the end of the chat. So, how about we say we'll end the stream here. I go get my shower, and when I get done, I'll start a new stream up, and you guys can run along from here up to our yard. Sound good? So, thanks to you guys all for taking the time to watch. Like I said, it was a good turnout for right off the bat. So, yeah, I'm happy to see that. Good to see all you guys interacting still, too. So, we'll see you guys in about maybe half an hour or so. All right? Thanks.